Alright guys, we're live here. What a day, right? What a day. All you can do is laugh this one off, guys. Alright, I'm live over today's trading day. Going over my biggest red day in my trading career. Why isn't it copying? Hold on a second here, guys. It's not copy and pasting. There we go. Alright, post that there, post it there, go to small caps, post it there, go to options, go there. Alright, guys. So, what's going on, everybody? Today's a bright red day, unfortunately. Where are the big runners? SLS, SNOA, HJLI. We had what else was a runner today, guys? SDLB was another one. Alright, guys, we're live here at nomacnotrading.com. What a day, guys. All I have to say is what a day. My worst trading day of my career is today. Today was home run mentality again. And you know, I think, you know, basically realizing today, you know, it's unfortunate, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a second to get people on in here. I'll give everybody about a minute to kind of claw back in. But, guys, yeah, today is definitely a red day. Let me go live on TikTok as well. It's the biggest red day in my career. You know, and we have a lot to cover today. We have a lot of mental progress to cover about today. We have a lot of emotional and psychological sides of trading that I want to cover with you guys today. And today is the most important day to learn from. Today is a day where, you know, I always say, no one wants to learn. No one wants to come in here and see my big red days. No one wants to actually put the time in to learn about the red days. They just want to see the bright, big old, you know, 200,000, 100,000, 50,000, 300,000, $500,000 green days. No, today is the day that you need to pay attention. Today is the day that you need to be here because, yes, I am down 184K today, guys. You heard it right, minus 84K. Biggest red day. Alright, we're going to go live. Alright, guys. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and explain exactly what happened today. You know, this, and I'll give it maybe 10 more seconds for people to trickle on in. I know that a lot of you guys are coming in from work or whatever. But I want to give it about 10 more seconds. VERU keeps going. Okay, guys. So, here we go. Okay, today, guys, today was a home run mentality day. I was trying to finish the account challenge today again. Even though I said that I wasn't going to finish the account challenge and I was going to have the base hit mentality. Okay, the reality is, guys, today I tried to hit too big of a home run. And when I tried to hit too big of a home run, well, this is what can happen. You know, and this is, okay, so I'm going to give you a rundown of the past 2 days and how I ended up red both of those days. Went very well. Even today I could have ended up bright green. Okay? So yesterday, I knew I was about $100,000 away from the challenge. I knew there was going to be some serious fall through in the markets coming off GLSI. Yes, so GLSI, when GLSI happens, without going too much into detail, I cover this in the course, but without going into too much detail, guys, when GLSI ran 2,900%, I have never not been in a market. My entire career, I've never not been in the market, seen a stock run 500, 1,000, 2,000%, and not see the rest of the market kind of start chasing things, 100%, 200%, 500%. Because when people see that huge chase and run, right, then there's going to be fall through from every corners of every part of the world, right? That's just what I've noticed over the years that I've been trading, okay? So when I saw GLSI go 2,900%, that day I made $206,000 in final P&L. And the next day I was looking for a home run to get myself over $100,000. What did I do? I dig myself in a $100,000 hole to start the day. And then I got in SLS. Now, SLS, I was up about, I don't know, probably 170,000 at the highest point of the trade. Okay? So I was about $20,000 to $30,000 away in that stock to finish the challenge. Okay? Now, that being said, I was just trying to make it on that one trade, and then the thing just absolutely tanked on me. Let's go back and look here. I want to go back and look at yesterday. Okay, so guys, my average on SLS was 1380 yesterday, so right, 1383 I think. So right where that white line is. Now, when the stock was up here, I was up about $160,000 to $170,000. Yes, you heard that right, about $160,000 to $170,000. Now, I had limit sells at 21.10, I believe. Okay, and that was where I knew for sure that the challenge would have been over. I then turned $1,000 into $5 million, and it's all over. The challenge is complete, right? Well, I got slammed straight back down, and I stopped out about 1550. Watched this thing come all the way back up. If I would have held, I could have still walked away with about 100K on that trade, and then been into today, maybe not trying to hit home runs, right? Well, I took it off, didn't make any more trades that day. I came back into today, okay, and here's all my trades today. Let's go ahead and pull that up. So here's everything. I'll scroll through that way you guys can look at everything. Not many trades, just, again, home run mentality. I was in these stocks trying to hit home runs. And SNOA, okay. SNOA, guys, so I noticed this one, and this was my favorite stock coming out of the gates. Why, you might ask, okay? This is why. First of all, biopharmaceutical stocks. Second of all, only up about, when I say only, it's because GLSI was the lead runner, and that's the only reason why I'm chasing any of these biopharmaceutical stocks with high prices, okay? I would generally not do this, but GLSI showed the market that can do this. Long story short, that's why I was chasing things, and that's why this is my number one watch coming out of the gates. Started along this up here, then I stopped out and basically got an average at about, I believe, it was a 1240 average, okay? So right where that white line is, 1242 was my average, okay? Yes, I held through this, and the reason why I held through this is because of my conviction, right? My conviction was so high, I was able to hold through this, okay? Seeing this thing come up here, I was like, okay, perfect. This thing's going to run and rip, and the challenge is going to be over. We're going to go to 18, hopefully 20, and then we're going to be good, right? No. We had one test, two tests, three tests, four tests, and a complete washout. And I ended up losing money on this trade, okay? I was up about $80,000 to $100,000 on this trade up in here multiple times. Didn't take anything off. Slammed straight back down and got stopped out for a loss, guys. That's just the reality of a home run type trade. I was looking for 17s, 18s, 20s, get that chase and get those short squeeze in and get through, but we never got that. And that's just trading, okay? Guys, nothing ever goes exactly to plan, okay? Nothing ever goes exactly to plan. This is why, as far as I know, the best traders in the world, they scale in and scale out of positions because we truly don't know where things are going. We just do the best to put the percentages on our side and scale in and scale out properly, okay? So that first trade, I'm up about 80 to 100 grand. Never locked anything up. Could have been up, I don't know, 50 grand on the day. Didn't. I ended up losing, okay? TPGI, I lost on this one as well. a little bit, about $10,000 on that one. I say a little bit, $10,000, because I have a home run mentality, so I'm looking for $100 to $200 to $300,000 trade here. SLS, I really thought out of all the stocks at one point that this was going to have the best chance to go from 1130, and I actually longed it like right in here, I think. And I thought this was going to have the best chance to maybe get that random chase that GLSI would have caused and get it through 20, 21, 22, and challenges over again. Tried it, stopped out for a loss on that one. Okay. LFIE, I actually took a decent-sized winner on, guys. I scalped it from 650s up to 680s. Okay, $13,000 winner there. VVOS, guys, got washed out on. I was trying to long this dip in here. Really thought we'd get a potential to go back up. Why? Lower float, biopharmaceutical, new IPO. Thought we'd get some chase. Nothing, okay? Got washed out into that one. That was about a probably $50,000 loser because I had high conviction in that one. Lost on that, right? And then HJLI, okay? This one I was up another about $110,000 max. I was in at what was I in at? I think I was in at like 1333 was my average. 1333 was my average. Watch this thing come back up over 1768, up another $100,000, and no lockup. I don't touch it at all and get washed completely out. Took another loser in there. Okay, or I think actually sorry, I sold off in here, guys, underneath right about $11 a share is where I sold for about a $70,000 loser. Okay, guys, are you seeing what the home run mentality is doing to me? Like I'm not quite. And on top of all this, guys, I want you guys to notice this. Okay, on top of all this, you know, there is a time and a place for the home run mentality. But the reality was, if you go back and look at GLSI, this is what I'm explaining today. Okay. If you go back and look at GLSI, in all honesty, this didn't trade a ton of volume. It really didn't. This didn't trade a ton of volume. It didn't have huge fall through. Huge fall through. Of course it had huge fall through. But the volume that actually occurred to create this fall through was mainly halted most of the time and kept gapping up. So the reality is, you know, when I see a stock go 2,900%, I'm always going to have that home run mentality for the rest of the market, right? This was kind of my guide for the next couple days on how I was going to go for a home run mentality, right? But the reality is, if you look at the amount of volume, right? So let's go back and look. How much did that actually trade in dollar amount? Let's say it traded, let's go on my calculator here. Let's go on the calculator and go to, let's see. Let's go to about $75 a share. And then we'll multiply it. Well, let's do $70 a share. That's the middle of that. Fine. 65, we'll go 65. Okay. Times 19 million shares. What is that going to give us? Whoa. Okay, so that gives us about $1.3 billion traded. Okay. Can someone else help me with that? I just want to make sure I did the math right. So 65 times 19, times 19 million. That gives me about 1.2 billion. I want to make sure that's right. Okay. So basically, you know, I had about 1.2 to 1.3 billion dollars traded. Okay, that is a lot, right? That is a lot. It's a big move up. But, you know, when you're looking at a stock up 2,900%, you're looking for 2, 3, maybe even $4 billion traded, okay? And it was like kind of like everything was halted, and it was just so choppy that the reality was this wasn't a clean like enabler for sympathy plays because it was so halty and there wasn't a ton of people trading this. Yeah, there was a lot of people trading it. I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't, but if this was trading more volume, okay, and not so much halts on the way up and then straight back down and then straight back up and then chop out, right? Then yeah, I mean, this had plenty of opportunity, right, to create, you know, potentially a winning trade, right? But you know, plenty of opportunity to create sympathies, but it didn't quite trade enough volume, so therefore it didn't quite roll over into a lot of these stocks. The first sympathy play that should have ever happened should have been up 500%, right? What happened on GOVX, which is his first 70 play ever? This one went $3 to 750. So that was about 150%. Okay, that wasn't a true 70 play, right? What else? What else was another one? SLS, right? Okay, day 2 runner. Kind of weird that this was a day 2 runner because, you know, GLSI was only a day 1 runner. But anyways, went from 360 all the way up to 19. So this was the true sympathy play. This was the only one that actually had the amount of continuation that you would actually see in a sympathy play, right? That was up 8, 12, 16, about 350%, okay? SNOA, 6 to 15, that was about 120%, right? What's the other one? HJLI, okay? $8 to 17, so that's about another 120%, right? See, we're not quite seeing that 400 to 500% fall through behind the 2900% runner, okay? So I think that's why, and I learned something new. I learned to kind of take it off a little quicker when the semi play is not quite as high in volume, not quite as high in the runner, and take things off a little quicker. The reality is I was staring in the eye over the past 2 days about, I would say, almost $500,000 in profits, okay? But the reality is I didn't lock any one of them up because I was trying to get to the $5 million mark to finish my challenge, okay, in one day on one trade. Right? So that's just kind of like what I was planning on doing. Now, the reality is if I would have still stuck with a base hit mentality, I think I would have done 6 figures both yesterday and today, and we'd be through the finish line today, no problem. What did I do, though? I went to the home run mentality, tried to hit for the moon, hit for the stars, get that big-time runner, the short squeeze going, and I just got too greedy. And now instead of being up $250,000, maybe $300,000 in 2 days on top of the rest of my week, I'm now down over the past 2 days $250,000. Now for the month, I'm still up $250,000, so it's not like I washed everything away. But the base hit mentality, guys, okay, for me has changed my trading game. Now I've also realized it might not enable me as much upside as I used to take, right? But overall, I think it's going to collect way more profits than I ever have seen in my career by just taking bits and pieces of moves throughout the market and being smart about it. Because I know deep down, if I would have just taken my gut, traded with size, kind of just take comfortable, not much stress, just take on my trades, take them off, and do what I'm supposed to do and know what I'm supposed to do, I could have easily gotten through this challenge today, no problem, right? But I've tried to force the home run trade, that one trade that gets me through that $200,000, $300,000 trade, and we never quite got the continuation that would have done so. So that's why I'm down, you know, $184,000 today. Now, I know that looks bad, and I know it sounds bad that I'm down $250,000 in 2 days, but the thing is, I know the way my brain thinks. I know where to put myself on the right risk, the right reward, you know, to scale in, to scale out, to give myself that base hit mentality. Next week, I got to go back to the well. I got to go to the base hit mentality. Until we get that big runner, until we get that big ripper, then we can start to hit that home run mentality. But there has to be more volume on the first leader. Or if we start to get the, what do they call it? The reverse split craze, okay, there's that. You know, if we get the gap fillers, there's that. You know, we'll see what happens. But the base hit mentality, guys, is a stress-free way to me to make, I don't know, anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 to maybe even $80,000 a day, okay? Now, I need to keep that mentality. The reality was, I'm going to be honest. I'm always going to be transparent with you guys. I started to get a little bored. I sometimes do better when I get a little kick in the face like this. I don't know why. Makes it seem more reality, like I lost a lot of money and this is real, like this is real money. But I need to ground myself. I need to stay into that base hit mentality no matter how boring it gets, no matter how, you know, just repetitive it is, okay? I need to stay in that no matter what, and then let the rest of the trades work out, okay? If you guys are interested in my free chat room, click the link in the description below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. The NormackNoTrain.com community would love you. Subscribe to the NormackNoTrain.com community. Those of you guys on TikTok, you join me on YouTube. KM the Man is my YouTube. Those of you guys on TikTok, you join me on YouTube. KM the Man is my YouTube. Reality, guys, I got a kick in the face over the past 1 to 2 days, guys. That's just the reality. I got to figure that out. But here's the thing, okay? We need to make sure, at least for myself, that I have that base hit mentality going in it every single day of next week, and by the end of the week, I should finish the challenge, no problem. Okay? So these 2 days probably cost me, 4 days of profits, 5 days of profits, maybe. Or maybe it's only 1 or 2 days. I don't know. But I need to nail that base hit mentality in my brain. Do not. How many times was I up 100 grand over the past 2 days? A ton. But I didn't lock it up, okay? And I could have locked it up and continued to better that day, but I didn't because I just got in the way of myself. So those of you guys on here, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just freaking smash that thing. Kill that subscribe button until it passes out. I'd really, really appreciate that. That's really supports the NorMagnoTrading.com community. Subscribe. Also like the channel as well, but mainly subscribe. That way you guys can get the alerts that when I make new videos to hopefully learn from me. I hope that by going over this mentality, guys, by going over the way that I took my losses today and yesterday, that I hope that this really is helping you guys become better traders. I'm human, okay? I'm not a robot, all right? The thing is, I make mistakes, and I want to be the first one to admit that, yeah, I'm down, okay? But I will be back, and I'll be back up stronger than ever. And I just need to stick to that basic mentality. I got into this home run mentality, 1, because of the runner, and 2, because I wanted to finish the challenge in one trade. But that's just the way it goes. So next week, base hit after base hit after base hit, and that should keep me green for the rest of the week. Just got to continue to lock these profits up. And again, subscribe to the challenge. I really appreciate every single one of you for supporting the NorMagnoTrading.com community. Again, thank you for supporting the NorMagnoTrading.com community. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already and you're debating, subscribe. Just smash it. Also, like the channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Also, check the free chat room link in the description below. If you're interested in learning about my course, teach you guys my strategies, how to turn 1 million into now 4.6 million in about 251 business days. Check that out. It's all in the description below. The scanner that I use, take about 60 to 80% of my trades from. Links in the description below as well on YouTube. Check out the free brokerage as well. If you're interested, if you don't know what brokerage to use, this brokerage I recommend. It also gives you up to $1,400 in free stock just by signing up. It's no BS. It's real. The people in the chat room know it's real. I wouldn't be setting you guys up for failure on that. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon alert you for making the videos. Cheers, team. Enjoy your guys' weekend. Stay safe out there. Okay, we're closing into the holidays. Hopefully you guys can enjoy it as much as you can. I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies, drinking a lot of apple cider, hot chocolate, and things like that. Trying to kind of enjoy the festivities for the year as much as you can during this virus. But keep your head up. Stay safe.